Hi, everyone. It's Marla. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today and Happy New Year to everybody. I wanted to do a little introductory video to my next SRT clearing series. Before I get into what that's going to be on, let me just say thank you to everybody that supported my SRT videos in 2025. Thank you if you booked private sessions with me, if you donated. Thank you for just watching them and liking those videos. And mostly thank you for sharing them because I would really like to get the word out about these SRT clearings. I know not everybody is going to resonate with this type of clearing, but for those people that do, it can be really resonant and it can be so helpful. As I've said before, SRT has really changed my life. And I hope that it's helping you change your life as well. So that's why I've decided to do another series. And this series is going to be based on this book, Complex PTSD from Surviving to Thriving by Pete Walker. Now, before you leave, because you think that complex PTSD doesn't apply to you and therefore this series is going to have nothing to offer you, please stop and wait and let me explain things a little bit deeper because really this series I think is going to be able to help everybody. And that is my intention, is that it's going to help everybody, regardless of what level of trauma you have experienced. The way this book is laid out and the types of understanding and healing that it offers, I think really applies to, if not all of us, at least most of us. I have known about this book for quite a while. In fact, I did a video maybe 5 or 6 years ago now with my friend Teresa Blackburn, who's a licensed therapist. And we brought this book up a lot when we were talking about PTSD from past lives and how the trauma that we suffer from other lifetimes can impact us in this life, whether we know it or not. So I did know about this book. I actually heard about this book from Richard Grannon, which some of you probably follow on YouTube as well. He talks a lot about narcissistic abuse and healing from trauma and narcissistic abuse, etc. Why I didn't read it until this summer was because I thought my parents didn't physically abuse me. Therefore, I don't have complex PTSD. So, what would this book really offer to me? So, for a long time, I didn't read it. But boy, was I wrong thinking that what is discussed wouldn't be useful. I actually have someone that follows me that I work with on occasion who saw that previous video that I did and got this book and read it and shared with me many times how this book changed her life and also really healed her a lot on her twin flame journey and shifted the energy of her twin flame journey a lot. So if you are a twin flame, know that this can be a piece to your puzzle in that sense as well. So a lot of the book is written from the point of view of your childhood and um, abuse that you might have suffered from your parents. But you know what I noticed as I was reading the book is that I started to remember a lot of things that I had repressed. And they weren't necessarily things that were coming from my parents. And so I think that we can have trauma from a lot of different scenarios. For instance, our siblings can cause us trauma. And that's something that comes up relatively frequently when I'm working with people that they've had like an older sibling that was abusive or controlling or manipulative. We might have had romantic relationships, especially in adolescence, boyfriends and girlfriends that made us feel abandoned. We might have been bullied. We might have been SA'd, maybe not SA'd as a child or by your parents, but that might have happened again in adolescence or in another time in your life. You might have found yourself in an abusive relationship that left you very traumatized. We might have generational trauma. And again, I'm not trying to downplay the severity of people that have really gone through some traumatic abuse in this lifetime by bringing up things like generational trauma or past life trauma. But I do feel like all of these things are drops in the bucket, okay? And we're going to have these things on a sliding scale. Sure, some people are going to have suffered a lot of these things more than others, but that doesn't mean that we all can't learn and grow and understand ourselves and others better through this lens. So, yeah, generational trauma, again, it may not be the thing that caused a complex PTSD situation, but it's one of those things that, well, it's passed on as well, isn't it? And often abuse is passed on. We might have parents that were abused by their parents or their grandparents. And so even if they didn't go on to be abusers themselves, what that energy can do is make your parent a little less responsive, a little less emotionally available, a little less able to cope. And all of those things can affect you and cause emotional harm. And then past life issues. Again, your past life issues are generally not going to cause extremely severe symptoms of trauma, but sometimes they could. But like I said, they add to that drop in the bucket that just adds layer upon layer upon layer. I think anytime we're trying to heal spiritually, we have to consider all kinds of multidimensional aspects of things. So let me read the definition of C-PTSD. It's a more severe form of post-traumatic stress disorder. It is delineated from this better-known trauma syndrome by 5 of its most common and troublesome features: emotional flashbacks, toxic shame, self-abandonment, a vicious inner critic, and social anxiety. Now, I'm reading this definition because even though you may not have the full-on complex PTSD, I think that a lot of us can relate to the way that this would play out. Emotional flashbacks are basically a trigger. And I think when you understand emotional flashbacks, then when you're triggered, it really can help you break down what is, perhaps the underlying issue, how to stop it, and how to bring yourself back into a more centered state of mind. Toxic shame. Who doesn't suffer from shame? Self-abandonment, the inner critic, some kind of social anxiety. These things are so very common. Another thing that I really like about this book is Pete Walker talks a lot about the 4 F's and describes them and really helps you work through them. So if you're not familiar with the 4 F's, that's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And I actually think that he may have come up with the term fawn. And so this is how we deal with those emotional flashbacks: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So fight would be kind of narcissistic energy, If you are more of a flight person, you tend more towards obsessive compulsive. If you tend to freeze more, then you are a dissociative type, or you might fawn, which would be a codependent type of energy. When you have those four F's down, then you can see within yourself what F you're functioning from. Because we're not always just one, but we tend to rotate or we tend to do multiple types of Fs at once. Not only that, but you can also see that in other people. So maybe if people are around you are triggered, and then you might say to yourself, oh, that person is in freeze mode, or this person is in flight mode. There's a lot of different psychological terms for these things. For instance, people that flight or freeze, we might call them avoidant personality types, for instance. Again, these things are just general healing terms that can apply to us all. So, how I intend to do this series is to do clearings on a lot of the topics that are discussed in the book to help those layers clear. Now, you can do this series and you don't have to own the book, you don't have to read the book, but I do recommend that you try to do all the videos in the series, even if on the surface you don't feel like something directly applies to you. But I'm bringing up the book to just kind of put my thoughts and reasoning behind this series so that you can understand what the bigger picture is. Now, if you find that you're really resonating with the things in the series and this is really helping you, and you might even find as you go through the SRT clearings that maybe you start to have repressed memories of your own, or you start to go into one of these responses, one of these 4F responses, because maybe on a subconscious level, things are getting triggered in you, for instance. So then maybe reading the book would be something that would be additionally useful. Or if you've suffered from C-PTSD because of trauma, neglect, abuse, then I just recommend the book has a tool for healing. The video that I'm probably going to start with is just clearing C-PTSD in general. And again, even though you may feel like you haven't suffered from that, consider these other areas, even past life, which you may not be consciously aware of, but might at some instances trigger you, or part of your emotional flashback might be coming from that, or you might have subconscious fears that are coming from that. So often what we want to do is clear broadly and then bring it in more specifically. Other videos that we might do is clearing emotional flashbacks, clearing catastrophizing, clearing repressed emotions, being hyper vigilant. So this series, because it's going to be a big series, I'm going to just put it on YouTube, free to everybody. And I hope that it will resonate with everybody. So I guess in closure, I just want to reiterate what I said in that other video about how we are really getting into some deeply held emotions and painful experiences. And we're trying to work through them because we're trying to move into this new level of manifestation. And these issues are some of the core issues that are blocking us from being able to move into that place of not having these self-imposed limitations. As we think about anchoring in a new relationship template as well, then we want to get rid of these patterns because these patterns are very detrimental to having a healthy relationship. If we have imbalanced emotional states, if sometimes we're completely repressed in our emotions, or sometimes we're acting overly emotional, if we're catastrophizing, if we are stuck in one of those four F's, then it's going to be really difficult to have a high vibrational relationship. So it's important to clear from that respect as well. And clearing these things, they're just going to add to our own quality of life. There's no harm in healing these things. There's nothing that can harm us by clearing these things, only things that can help us. So I hope that you will watch for these videos and participate and share them. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I do have a playlist of SRT videos that you are more than welcome to use. I also have a second channel, Light and Liberty, where I also post SRT videos, and you are welcome to go over there and try out any of those videos. Once again, Happy New Year to everybody, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.